As LMPD tackles violent crime, Chief Erica Shields still has her eyes set on the goals for the department internally.
WOKY's Gladys Bautista had a chance to speak one-on-one with Chief Shields. And Gladys, she tells you that she recognizes more can be done to build a bridge between the department and the community. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. She tells me what is big to her is making sure officers have positive interactions with the community to build that trust back. Now, internally, she tells me that means putting an emphasis on having a force that reflects the community. For those already part of LMPD, that means officers knowing and understanding the neighborhoods they serve.
I had to stand back and feel the temperature of the community.
Chief Erica Shields acknowledges in the past 14 months she's learned a lot about LMPD, the Louisville community, and the deep-rooted distrust that exists.
Obviously, it's been an extremely difficult two and a half years, but the reality of it is our work in the communities, particularly in the Black community, there's not an end date.
Her first year as LMPD chief was one of record-breaking violence, and the violence has continued into this year. Just over the weekend, 6 people were killed in the metro.
You can only fast-track a healing process so much. You have to be deliberate, you have to be methodical, because you have to listen. You also have to make sure the community's safe, and we're wrestling with some really bad violence.
Shields says it also makes the change she's trying to bring within the department even more vital. And she believes it starts with having the police force represent the people they serve.
When I look here where the department is so underrepresented by its minorities, we have to do better hiring there.
Strides she's already taking.
We've done a lot with HR and are continuing to do it with HR because that is imperative.
But she says the work with officers already on the street is just as important when it comes to how they communicate and supervisors giving real-time feedback.
Do you know the people who live there? Do you talk to them with respect? Do you get out of your patrol car? Do you treat them in a manner that you would hope to be treated in your neighborhood, in your home?
The chief says she's already seeing some progress.
Slowly, we're seeing the supervisors start to listen and realize some of the things are changing, not in a bad way, but just different. It's a very intelligent department. It's a strong department. They're good people. They wanted direction.
Ultimately, Shields knows it's her responsibility to build the police department this community deserves.
And that's on me. And that I will feel that's absolute. And I'll feel that with any agency, but here even more so because of the rawness and the pain that was here when I arrived.
Now, Shields also tells me the communities that experience the worst policing are often the ones that need it the most. So she tells me she's trying to emphasize a policing culture within the department that is rooted in community to build bridges that lead to trust. Reporting live in studio for you, Gladys Bautista, WOKY News.
Thanks, Gladys. A teenager is expected to recover from a shooting in the St. Denis neighborhood. It happened about an hour ago on Tuba Drive, not far from Cane Run Road. WLKY Chopper HD was over the scene. Investigators believe the teenager was shot in the arm while in a car. That teenager was taken to Norton Children's Hospital. No arrests have been made.
Louisville Metro Corrections is making a change in leadership amid an independent investigation into the jail. This afternoon, Mayor Fisher appointed Jerry Collins as the new director. He will replace Dwayne Clark. Clark announced his resignation last week after the Metro Council expressed no confidence in his leadership. The resolution came in response to the deaths of several inmates, overcrowding issues, and low staffing. Collins spent 21 years working at Metro Corrections and is currently the jail commander for the Clark County Sheriff's Office. He will take over Metro Corrections on April the 4th. In a statement, the Corrections FOP president told us that the union was very pleased with Collins' appointment and expressed confidence that this change will be a positive turnaround for the jail.
A major overhaul could be coming to the JCPS student assignment plan, giving families more options on where their children go to school.
Superintendent Marty Polio offered the first details about the changes coming today.
WLKY's Mark Vanderhoff looks at how it could radically change busing in Louisville.
Part of the changes to the JCPS student assignment plan take on what has long been considered a third rail in the politics of education here in Louisville. That's busing and its attempts to desegregate the city's schools.
Busing has a really sour taste in my mouth.
West Louisville resident Ruth Daniels remembers having rocks thrown at her while riding a bus to Doss High School in South Louisville in the 1970s. Today, her granddaughter Georgia goes to Wagner High School in East Louisville by choice.
You don't get the connection if you don't choose the school you want to go to. If you're forced to go to a school, you don't have the connection.
JCPS Superintendent Marty Polio says changes to the JCPS student assignment plan will offer families like the Daniels more choice.
I believe in diversity in our schools. I want diversity. I want to see our magnets diverse. But I also want students to be successful and empower the families to make the choices that they need to make.
Under the new plan, families can still go to schools outside their neighborhoods if they want to, or they could stay closer to home. Wherever they go, there is a new premium on allowing kids to go to elementary, middle, and high school in a common geographical area, so they stay with friends through graduation.
The onus of diversity has been placed on the shoulders of the students of West Louisville.
Polio hopes the end result will be that students feel like they are somewhere where they belong.
They'll perform better if they've chosen the school. If you force them, right off, they have a negative feeling about the school.
Mark Vanderhoff, WLKY News.